Hey guys, it's Forte. It's October 10th, 2021, and I haven't uploaded videos for a while. And today's video is gonna be me talking about a couple of trade ideas. So get out your pen and your notebook. We're about to take some notes and write down some entries for some stocks. And check the description for the tickers and my Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter. If you're watching this video all the way to the end, please stay till the very end. I do have a message I want to tell people. I'll give you guys my strategy for free after a certain requirement has been met. Anyways, let's get started. Let me double check you guys can see it. All right, the first idea I have is Mara. Mara is one of the crypto mining stock, I believe, right? One of those crypto stocks, and a lot of the crypto stocks that are getting ready to go, but I don't think a lot of them are ready. HUT is probably the second best one, actually. Um, Another popular one is Riot, which looks really bad. It looks completely garbage. And I think Mara is probably one of the most aggressive looking best crypto stock in my opinion, right? Because we're above the 20-50-day moving average, also above the 200-day moving average. And if we do look at it on the daily chart, it looks good. It looks like it really got going, which, it got going. It's kind of hard to buy. And then we had a day of pullback and was able to find buyers immediately when we pulled back down to where it used to be. And it kind of, I could let it settle for another day. And basically last Friday, I didn't buy it. I was waiting, hopefully, to buy it on Monday. And we know that crypto stocks are growing if you guys are following those, right? So I like to buy Mara above this high, Friday's high. And with the stop, I put it at 37.96, which is, I believe, at this low, yes, at the low of the day. If you're aggressive, you can put it down here, but I think that's a little too tight in my opinion. I think right here looks good, and maybe you can move your stop up after the stock really gets going to literally reduce your risk by like pretty much all of it, right? And that's the first idea. Second idea, which is Hut, another crypto stock. If you, I think I don't know if I post a video on this, but if you guys did have follow me on Twitter, I posted this trade around $7. So this is where around this area is where we bought it. Let me double check. $7. My bad. I'm sorry. It's not right there. We bought it right here, actually, down here, and then wonderful trade. Move how many percent was it? I think it was like a move 58% in just like less than a week. I think it even got on Wall Street Bet, and I'm out of it. I'm out of this stock completely. But if you do look at it again, it's setting up pretty nicely. The stock had a huge, it got going, and then profit taking, it pulled back a little bit, about quite a bit actually, pulled back like 40-30%, right? And then it got below the 20-day moving average, still riding the 50-day moving average to the upside. 20-day moving average is now flattening out, kind of going up a little bit, and we're back. You can see this as like a cup with handle, a mini one basically, really really small. We got the cup right here and the handle, right? And if you look at the 15-minute chart, obviously pattern is not what I care about. I think the stock, is about to break this area where last time where sellers came in, and I think if we do break that, we're getting ready to test all-time high and probably break that, to be honest. And if you take a look at it at a smaller time frame, this is 15 minutes. The orange line is the 5-day moving average. The stock got going last Friday in the afternoon, quite a bit actually. It moved, I believe, how many percent was that? Let's see. The stock got moving. It moved 8% in just a couple hours, right? So we obviously don't want to buy that. We don't want to buy it on Monday when it opens above this high. We want to see a little pullback. Now here's a check. Where do you want it to pull back to? I want it to pull back at least to the VWAP. I want it to pull back to VWAP, so I want to see it find buyers at the VWAP, which tells me that basically the market maker, that whatever the institutions are aiming to buy this stock when it hits VWAP. I want to see them buying, so I want to follow their footstep. It's called the institution footstep, right? I want to buy that, and as it pull back down, we don't need to buy it as it breaks this area. We can just buy it as it breaks the daily VWAP, right? Basically the Monday's VWAP, we want to see a pullback to Friday's VWAP, and buy it as it gets above Monday's VWAP. That's for HUT. I think this one could get going. The volume is crazy too. Another one I've been looking at is HSIC. Medical. It's a medical stock, healthcare, And the healthcare section, if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can see it on the bottom right here. That's the healthcare sector. It looks ugly, right? It's been going under basically distribution. If you look at stocks like not Mara, sorry, mRNA, Moderna, and BNTX Biotech, right? They're all just, I guess you can say that they're biotech companies. Same thing, whatever. Healthcare, okay, but anyways, the biotech sector aren't doing so well as well. That's the upper left. That's the biotech, and that's the healthcare. Pretty similar. But this stock, HSIC, Henry Shin. I can't pronounce it, man. That it this stock didn't fail. You know, if it were to follow these sectors, it would have done something like this. But instead, it held on to the gains. And on I think it was Wednesday, we even come down and try to break down, but immediately cross over the 20-50 day moving average and found buyers. And it's hard to I cannot buy those kind of stocks at like this price area. So it got going, and I want to see. I usually wait and be patient, let it form a little bit. It formed an inside day. What an inside day means is that usually a stock gets going after an inside day. It's rested. It's getting ready to basically, it's acting like a trampoline. But if you look at it on the 15-minute chart, I think a reasonable place to put your stop is right here at the low right there. And we can just buy it above Friday's high, right? So you can look at on the daily chart, just look at this candle, buy it above $80.37, stop at 79.48, right? Like always, check description. That's where I put my Twitter and these tickers. Do follow me on Twitter because a lot of times these stocks don't trigger, and I do tweet them out sometimes, and I do update it. I tweet a lot if you guys do follow me. Next one, we got SLI. SLI is a lithium stock. Now, you guys are probably like, why would you chase such a no-name stand? What's SLI, right? Well, I don't know what it is, but it looks better than all the popular one, lithium LTHM, right? It's below the 50. It's below the rising 50-day moving average. It's still rising, which is fine. But the 20-day moving average is starting to decline. The stock is in a short-term downtrend. Another one is LAC. It's also below the 20-day moving average. I don't see these two get going anytime soon. That doesn't mean they won't go in the near future, but just not on Monday, not next week. SLI is one where I think that this stock could really get going, right? Because while the market is going under distribution and the lithium stock going under distribution, the SLI actually held up pretty well. It kind of died with the market, but I think it was reasonable because we broke this level of consolidation, and it gapped up, got pretty extended, and pulled back to see where it can find buyers. Found buyers aggressively at the 50-day and 20-day moving average, which tells me that the previous area that was counted as the consolidation is now acting as support, like level of interest where buyers shows up. Okay, and even on the super short time frame, on the like 2 days, right, you can see that the stock came down to the 20-day moving average and found buyers once again, right? I really think this thing can get going on Monday if we can buy it above basically this high right here. So on Thursday's high, buy it above 783 with a stop at $7.38. And do be careful on the stock when it hits about the $8 area, right? At even number, it's usually what stuff could happen. So be sure to sell some at $8. Not because I think that's the target of the stock is, just that there might be potential sellers showing up. If the stock gets there, right, I'm going to sell some and see how it reacts. If it doesn't pull back all the way and fails completely, instead it does something like this, I might even add more, like add back the stock that I sold as it break the $8.10 or $8 mark, right? That's how I want to approach this one. Another one I want to look at is Open, OPEN. It's a stock that broke the it's been, we had the stock had a big sell-off at the beginning of this year, went under some consolidation. Now it's starting to flatten out and going on the uptrend once again with the 20-day and the 50-day moving average on uptrend. It's been consolidating below the 200-day moving average, which is a black line, for quite a while. And then we broke that Friday. We don't buy stock below the 200-day moving average. In my opinion, they're too dangerous. But as we broke above the 200-day moving, I keep saying 200-day moving average, we can see that the gain seems to hold up pretty well. The candle isn't like a candle that goes up and failed immediately. You know, it's a good looking candle. Now we want to look at it on the 15-minute time frame. How do we want to trade this stock? I think it's fairly simple. How do you want to trade this one actually? Which is to simply buy above the high of right here. And now you might question, isn't that a little bit overextended? Isn't the stock already got going? Well, it did. It is. The stock got going, but it pulled back to the view up. So I think that actually buy it above this area. We don't need to buy above that high. I think this high is enough. And with a super tight stop right here, tighter the stop, the more shares you can buy. I'm really aggressive with that. And I think if we break that, put your stop right there, this thing could get going, right? It finally broke the 200-day moving average. I think it's getting ready to go. And we can see that the volume is catching up. It's like not catching up, but like picking up, right? That's open. Another one I like to look at is LC. It's been talked about in my Discord. I'll put in the description link. My Discord members, a couple of them they're learning. Like it's giving out good ideas. Like I see them, I wrote it down. You know, I realized that they are talking about these ideas too. It's crazy. I love to see it. You know, I don't make any money. I don't. By the way, you guys don't need to subscribe to my YouTube channel anymore. I am already partnered. That was my middle school dream. And I subscribe. It's partnered with YouTube, so I don't really care anymore. You know, I don't make money anyway, so that's done. And another reason I want you guys to really follow me on Twitter because I want something from you guys. 600 subscribers. I mean, not subscribers, followers. Because I want to try the Twitter Space podcast where I want to do it like when market opens. I want to go live on Twitter. I find that it sounds really fun actually. I want to do that, but I need 600 followers and I am at 400, so I'm like 200 short. So if you guys do have a Twitter account, please follow me on Twitter. I'll really appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe to me on YouTube. I don't really care. You know, you don't need to share this YouTube with any of your friends, anything. You can keep it a little secret to yourself. You don't need to join my Discord channel as well if you want to. You don't have to. I literally don't care. But for Twitter, I do. Because I just want to try it out. Because Twitter stock also looks really good. And perhaps Space is it's a new thing they added. Maybe it's, you know, it might bring a lot of profit to Twitter. So I really want to try it out and see how it really goes. Follow me on Twitter. It's in the description. LC. Credit service, financial service, bank account, bank stock, not a big fan, but looks really good. If you look at it on the weekly chart, you know, it's basically it's been in this consolidation since like 2016, right? And then we're finally getting to breathe some air. If you look at it on the short-term time frame, the 50-day moving average is on a huge rise. The 20-day was on a rise and start consolidating. So obviously, I don't know who can buy this gap. I can't, you know, I didn't catch that. And the stock didn't fail. It held on to the gains and then waited for the 50-day moving average to catch up. And now it got going on Thursday, but the stock pulled back, which makes sense because the stock gapped. You don't want to chase gaps. Stock gapped up, got going, pull back to see where it can find buyers. If we can find buyers rather quickly, the stock can really be something, you know, like basically how does the stock move up is when buyers keep on showing up as it goes up. That's how price movement works, right? If we look at it in the volume, it's been picking up big volumes in the last 2 days. Look at a 15-minute chart. How do you want to trade this one? That's the view up. Now, obviously, if you guys do follow me, you know, my simplest way to buy it is above the previous day's high. So we want to buy it above Friday's high. And then if you think about putting your stop right there, that's wrong because I think that's too wide. It has terrible risk and reward in my opinion. I think the stop should be placed at where the VWAP is, or even a couple cents below it, right? Now, please go take a look at your stop. I'll put it at like $30. That's probably where I would put it. A 80-cent stock, 80-cent stop, right? That's where I would trade this one, LC. Another one, last one I like to look at is WEBR. It's a new IPO, really speculative little name right here because the volume has been really low. It's been drying up, which could be a good thing, right? Just the liquidity part might not be a good thing. So the volume is drying up. It's a double-edged sword. Please be careful when you trade this one. I think that buying it above, I think it needs a little pullback actually. This one is not immediate trade. I prefer it on Tuesday. But if it do pull back to the 5-day moving average, which is the orange line, and then as it breaks above Friday's high, right, I want to purchase one right here. And that's it for this week. Please follow me on the Twitter. Thank you. Get me to 600 followers, please, guys. I would really appreciate that. Okay. Thank you.